Hey sailors, welcome to the crew. I'm Sailor Agenda, and this is my Let's Play of Rule the Waves 3 as Great Britain. In the last episode, we managed to finish up our war with France in a minor victory, but a victory. Sank a battle cruiser, a few other ships, and generally stabilized our situation and got a good win under our belts. So now, we look ahead to the 1940s. Didn't really lose anything of consequence, I don't think. We still have all the, No, we still have all the cruisers. I mean, I'd probably like to replace the Andromedas pretty promptly now. And I guess the Crazies as well, just with more suffix. And then maybe we look into replacing the Minervas. First thing's probably to replace the Fames, I guess, yeah. Oh, which we were kind of doing already, right? Yeah, we have 91 destroyers. I never really wanted to have that many. Although everybody else has so many now, but I guess that's not really true. Germany and the USA have so many now. Well, we'll see if we want to expand our numbers in the long run. In the short run, 13 ships, huh? I'm gonna go ahead and just scrap all of them. Our standard number was 80. We must have lost 2 during the war. I'll lay those down real quick. And then we'll see what we might want to expand further with. So I'm okay on these. We probably need more carriers. I think that's got to be the next thing. Well, maybe we find it in the budget to replace the Andromedas and Crazies with more suffix, but then, well, probably we designed something better than a suffix now. It's been 6 years. It won't be that radically different, but a little better. But okay, we've got to let most of this construction finish. Higgins boats, better invasion capability. Enemy losses, almost entirely due to our fighters. Let's go ahead and spring for that, because we can currently. Let's turn training off, because it's astonishing that our budget was as good as it was with training on, honestly. And it never even got applied. Okay, that will probably help a lot, actually. The Austrians want to buy something. I don't want to sell. Improved armor face toughness, better armor quality. And now the budget's looking fantastic. So, what do I want to do with that? Alright, first thing is, what's the capabilities of the suffix? 10 9-inch guns, 16 5-inch, 30 knot speed, 4-inch belt, 2-inch deck. Sorry. I don't even feel bad anymore, really. I just can't get rid of the cough yet. Oh, what's the weight of the suffix? 14,300. Oh, wow, this is very promising then. Oh, wait, that's why. Oh, and that's why. Oh my god. That'll save a little. Remove some air capacity. I think that's the maximum. I don't think you can put on more than... And I can't put on 4, can I? No. Put on 1. 1 higher than what you have. Right. So we could build this on 14,800 tons. That makes her 500 tons. Oh, and she still doesn't have any torpedo defense, by the way. Which... Maybe she doesn't need 4 strictly, but I really think she should probably have 3 at least. you know, at the end of the day here, I'm just going to end up with a Suffolk, basically. This is just Suffolk, but with, I think, better torpedo protection, but also 700 tons heavier. It's not a huge upgrade for 6 or 7 years of technology. Okay, I don't want to build a literal battle cruiser either. That's where I'm headed really fast here. 15,500 tons, and this is about what I would accept probably. That's a worthwhile upgrade, I mean. I think the main upgrade is basically the 2 extra knots. So I guess the question is, will that serve her that well? What does a Suffolk cost to build? 2,582 for 22 turns. The design will have not saved, I think, which is really annoying. It really just should when I do that. It's going to be more. Probably going to be 500 a turn more is what it's basically going to come out to. How does this one fit unit machinery in? And an extra gun. Why does this one seem to be more weight efficient than the last one? I gotta look over this more carefully. Normal freeboard, normal range, 32 knots speed, normal engines. See, one of these settings was randomly different on the other one, then that could screw everything up, of course. And I don't pay attention to them enough sometimes when I'm stealing a pre-gen design. Okay. Honestly, that 2.5-inch deck maybe was the difference maker. Did I have that on the other one? Maybe just don't bother. Heck, we've gotten away with that so far, right? .32 knots. No unit machinery. 4-inch belt. 2-inch deck. 5-inch turrets. 3-inch turret tops. 2-inch secondaries. Torpedo defense 3. 16 5-inch secondaries. Director. DP. Increased elevation. And now somehow that fits into 15,200 tons. It's still just Suffolk, but 2 knots faster. But okay, yeah, let's go for it. Let's just do it. Improved bulbous bow reduces horsepower requirements. And then, you know what? The other thing we're going to need to look into is a carrier. These carry 60 aircraft. That's nice. That's excellent. That's well and good. The Americans currently, I'm certain, have... They don't have as many monstrosities as you'd think, only about 3, but they've got 90 aircraft ships around. So let's say, since we're British, that we definitely want that flight deck armor. Say we want to make... Hold on. What do the existing carriers do? 30 knots. 60 aircraft. Okay. Let's say 30 knots was alright, because I doubt the carrier fleet as a whole is going to be moving faster than that. But let's maybe take a look at what 32 would cost us. Let's say a 3-inch belt, sure. 2-inch deck, why not? Maximum torpedo defense, yes. Unit machinery, yes. Normal, yes. Do we have 5-inch DPs? We do, but also 40,800 tons is our limit on carrier size right now, so... Okay, on the other hand, this is more than I was thinking of, so... Okay. So if I want all that, and I want... Holy cow, we're putting 2.5 inches of flight deck armor on? Oh yeah, that's crazy, okay. Apparently I can kind of fit anything I want into this. What if I do want to go 32 knots? What if I want a 3-inch belt and a 2-inch deck and 2 inches of flight deck armor and a bunch of 5-inch dual-purpose guns and this complete massive AA loadout? It's 12 that it starts telling you it's less efficient at, right? Oh, nope, guess not. Not on carriers, anyway. Okay, so all that. 5-inch, dual purpose, all of that. 32 knots speed, and the only problem is we're slightly overweight. But I could fit 86 aircraft comfortably on here. With a 2-inch flight deck, and a 2-inch deck, and a 3-inch belt, and a 32 knot speed, and all this AA and secondaries, and catapults. Do I have deck edge lifts? I don't think so. Oh, maybe I do. Okay. It just hurts my top side. Oh, I see. Well, that's alright. Now we're overweight again, though. I don't know, I like it. It seems not that flawed to me. Maybe I missed something drastic. But 85 aircraft? Checks every other box. Not bad at all, I think. Ah, early air search radar, too. Nice. The Germans' new fighter is faster than ours. That's okay. I'm sure we'll survive. So we have, those are developing, those are under construction, our budget is great. tick through some time, I guess. Not selling that. That's kind of critical. I'd push that, but actually we probably should. Let me see here. Alright, first of all, let's just go ahead and lay down a cool... 5 of these is perhaps a tad ambitious. Only barely. We'd be losing 5k a month. We'd only be bankrupt shortly, but before those are finished. I mean, 4 we can easily afford to lay down, and then the 5th is just gonna have to be delayed a little. But it's actually genuinely doing well now, yeah. I can probably put the Hauling Woods, all these need rebuilds if they're gonna stay in service for much longer. Put you guys in reserve, save a little more cash. Put New Zealand back in reserve. Put you guys in reserve. And, you know, put all of these guys in reserve. Oh, some of you are still in the Caribbean. Oh. Oh, that's also why I didn't have a, that's why I don't have a foreign stations problem. Okay, well, I'm gonna create that problem because I want to recall my ships before I forget about them forever. Now we have a problem. Yeah. Okay, you're remobilized. Go to foreign stations. So how are we doing in terms of gun capital ships? We're gonna have 4 battleships and 2 battle cruisers. 6 and 3 would be nicer, but we'll see where we're at when we're done with carriers, yeah? The French are building a 100 aircraft carrier that's lighter than mine. But I bet it doesn't have a flight deck armor. I mean, I hope it has a flight deck, period, but bet it doesn't have 2 inches of flight deck armor. IFF system, better cap, reduced friendly fire risk. Ark Royal is ready. Great. Hold off until we have a little more cash. Tiger will be finished in 3 months, and then within the year, the 2 resolutions, and then we will lay down a lot of carriers, yeah. I think right now we can lay down the last Cumberland. Yeah, cash should hold out until, well, Lion is finished, that is. Oh, planes. I didn't look at those. Right. Yes, our last fighter is woefully outdated. We should request a replacement. What are the priorities for fighter? Probably those things. Oh, fighter, speed, firepower. Yes, go. Okay. Thank you, HMS Psyche. Okay, German-Russian alliance has expired. That helps us for sure. New torpedo bomber. Faster. Slightly. Longer range. Slightly. Not complaining. Rebellion and Annam as well as the Philippines. Some powers have just got to get their stuff together, huh? And we commission HMS Lion. Germany and Austria-Hungary sign an alliance, huh? Now we're almost allied to Germany instead of almost at war with them. No, I'm not selling things to France. Improved high-pressure steam plants, weight saving on machinery. Say at this point the most logical opponents are either France again or perhaps Japan, so I'm going to focus on them. Germany and Russia are options. Alright, BA-117. Okay. Another torpedo bomber, or a no, I guess it's a brand new torpedo bomber upgrade. Speed, range, bomb load slightly. Very good. No, Spain has put the rebellion down. I kind of thought they were going to fail at that point. Right, so HMS Lion is commissioned, so she'll be the sister ship for Tiger. Considering that, it's probably time to decommission HMS New Zealand. She only does 25 knots, which is just not adequate for a modern battlecruiser, although I appreciate her long and venerable service. 20 years. A good run indeed. Yeah, sure, okay. Sell her to Spain, why not? And let's also make a copy for the all the world's fighting ships, because it is January of 1940. Looks like battleships are still dominant, but it's getting there. We might change that a little bit ourselves in a few more months. I'm just going to let the Treasury recover slightly. Advanced anti-aircraft director, better HA and MA, airborne radar, better night air search and attack. Yeah, just like 2 or 3 more months so that the resolutions will be closer to being finished. Then we have a little more in the budget. New docks, Lion is worked up, Amazon's commissioned, and a Quake plating, better submarines. Good. I'm gonna keep upgrading these. Another destroyer. Built-in foam extinguishers, damage control, 2-phase search. Doing well technologically. Okay, 3 to 5 months for these to be finished. That'll free up over 12,000. How much does a carrier cost anyway? You know, significantly cheaper than a battleship still. Maintenance-wise too, even. Although that's without the planes, which I think makes it actually cost a lot more. Why am I scrolling so high? That's not... Okay. 18,000 to lay down 4 of them. That's not going to fly. They're still pretty expensive, yeah. I lay down 2. Yeah, we can really only lay down 1 right now. But as the Resolution and Royal Oak are commissioned, we should be able to get probably at least 3 laid down, maybe hopefully 4 is the goal. Super hardened penetrator, 8B penetration, aerial depth charges, better anti-submarine for carriers and air bases, new fighter prototypes, options from Short, Bolton, and Bristol. They all have exactly the same speed for some reason. The Short is much longer ranged. They all have the same firepower. The Short is the most maneuverable. The Tough. Okay, there's absolutely no statistical reason whatsoever not to pick the Short. Same range, or no, same speed as all the others. Exactly the same speed, somehow. Longer ranged, same firepower, more maneuverable, tougher. Not much of a choice, really. Short it is. Oh boy. Naval attaché to Peru, huh? I should probably come up with the man for the post, huh? Who's below average and wants to get sacked, huh? Oh, Rhodes, you're incompetent, but you don't have a command. Below average, huh? Is that the main thing? Yeah. Alright, who's senior and below average? It has to be a captain, not an admiral, sadly. So honestly, let's get rid of this incompetent guy before he causes any more damage. What if he gets a job one day? Improved hydrodynamic nose shape, better torpedo speed, 3-tier air defense perimeter, cap and AA effectiveness with air search radar, but yeah. France can't put down the rebellion. I'm sure this won't last the next 30 or 40 years. No, Parliament. HMS Resolution is commissioned, and France puts the rebellion down. Well, that was a pretty decent budget cut, I think. Because I don't have the budget to lay down another Ark Royal immediately, as I was hoping. The whole four are going to have to wait for the Cumberlands, probably. Radar assisted gunnery, better gunnery accuracy with radar, so that's fire control radar 1, okay. We're doing nicely there. Pretty much everybody, not everybody, but most ships in the fleet have at least search surface 2 now, which is pretty nice. Royal Oak is commissioned. Now we do have the budget for Ark Royal 2 at least. And then I guess whatever ships we're keeping, we should refit. So I think the Rodneys, they might be more suitable for rebuild than the Collingwoods, though, but I don't know. If I were to rip your guts out, Rodney, we don't have better guns. We could, however, get 25 knots out of you. I mean, weirdly, that would basically be it. It feels like there should be other things to do. LDP, okay. That would only allow me to get 24 knots then. I could. Alright, that wouldn't quite work out. 24 knots I could get. Dual purpose guns. It just wouldn't work out. Well, no, it just wouldn't. All the battleships that everybody has around. I mean, there are battleships around that they could fight still, but how expensive is the refit we're talking about here? How much cheaper would it be if I didn't bother with this? You know? Not that different, really. Oh, wait, quite different, actually. I could make it be 14 months if I just went for the 24 knots. And I could just get 25 knots. Alright, you know what? 17 months then, but... Okay. Well, it's still not exactly a modern fast battleship, is it? Oh, in the AA situation. Causes a weight problem, but, hmm. Maybe this is worth it. Hull form will only allow 24 knots. It's a pretty cheap 14-month rebuild, though. You know what? Let's go for it. Wait. Dual purpose guns. Let's go for it. Let's rebuild both of those. Then once they're rebuilt, I think we scrap the Collingwoods. They're just not going to age as well. They only have 12-inch guns. They have half an inch more deck armor, but the 12-inch guns are a way worse problem. So we scrap them, get rid of our treaty battleship issue. A lot of other people do still have treaty battleships, but I feel like they're going to be increasingly sitting ducks. It's just a weird contrast between the treaty battleships and the post-treaty battleships, which are 2 to 3 times the size. Which you could see in my own fleet, obviously. We are up to 6 post-treaty capital ships, which isn't so bad. 3 more would be nice, I think. Perhaps 2 battleships and a battle cruiser, maybe? But carriers first, because that is the era we're headed into at this point. Maybe some more destroyers as well. We've still got a lot of, well, more to the point, actually, we have a fairly marginal number, maybe like 20 1,400 tonners left, and I'd like to replace them all with modern destroyers, maybe a new class even at this point. The Philippines again, huh? Spain kind of got to get their act together. Oh, my funding. Ooh, missiles. I think we'd... I think we'd better turn that up to high. Anything else I need to turn down at this point? Not sure there's much left to discover there, but it still seems important. So much left to discover here? Really not sure there is, but I guess I only have 1, 2, 3, and I mostly only have the latest things on high, so it's probably fine. And only 6 months till the Cumberlands are finished. Then we should be able to lay down 2 more Ark Royals. Circular AA screen, BBs to screen CVs. Slow fade display, radar detection chance up. Obviously not Germany. The short shark. Short. Why would you name it the short shark? That's just feels like you're insulting your own aircraft. This dive bomber is faster, longer ranged, marginally, more firepower, but less maneuverable and less tough, but no more bomb load. I think I'm passing. Okay, we go bankrupt in a month. That's not great. The economy is booming. Highway system, I say. Isn't that usually railroads? Whatever. Quadruple light AA mountings. Better LAA and reduced topside load. Coordinated airstrikes. That is outstanding. Budget. Right. We're gonna have to pause a lot, maybe. Parliament keeps cutting my budget too much. Honestly, it's like they think they have... No, obviously that's far too important to sell. Quintuple torpedo mounts, that's nice. We really probably should get a new destroyer design now, huh? Gloster. Oh, well, I haven't developed a new medium bomber in a decade. This one is literally twice as fast. Vastly longer ranged, more maneuverable, tougher, and a much heavier bomb load. So, yeah, I'll just grab it. I don't exactly use them a lot, but might as well grab it. Okay, the problem is the Ark Royal is still paused, but... Damn it, Parliament. Socialists? We should suppress socialist propaganda. This caused unrest. That's okay, our unrest is low. Cornwall, Berwick, and Cumberland are commissioned. Improved automated fuse setting, better HAA. They still can't put down the rebellion on the Philippines. With those commissioned, I will be decommissioning the 3 Andromedas at last. The only 3 survivors, HMS Andromeda, Amphitrite, and Spartiate from 1917-18. They've seen a lot. And I'm pretty sure there's going to be a foreign stations problem, so I'm putting Drake on it. HMS Sussex commissioned. Oh no, German-Italian alliance, huh? Assault landing craft, better invasions. Spanish put the rebellion down again, but considering they said that last time, I'm not quite sure whether to believe it. Okay, let's lay a 3rd Ark Royal. Formidable. Now, we're getting somewhere. One more. Probably can't be laid down until the Cumberland build is finished at least, but we're very much getting there. What the heck, why not? Torpex warhead, more damaging torpedoes. Well, we have too much money. Okay. Laying down Victorious. And that is 4 carriers building. We're about to finish. Let me finish Cumberland. Norfolk, that is. Norfolk's completed. This must be a rebuild. If it's a new build, they're being weird. Improved air search radar. Okay, things are booming. I'm going to decommission the 2 Creases, Drake and King Alfred. They've been around since 1924. And that will leave us still with 12 heavy cruisers. All Cumberlands and Suffolks now. The Revenge class, or I mean the Rodney class is rebuilding. Collingwoods probably are on their way out. We've got the Revenges and Resolutions and Tigers. Got all these. Probably, other than the Ark Royals, the immediate priority is going to have to be the Minervas are due for replacement, and so are the Goldfinches and Kales. So I think next time we're probably going to be looking at designs for new colonial cruiser and probably a new closer to 3,000 ton destroyer. But I'm going to leave off there for now. Thank you all very much for watching. I hope you all have a nice day. This is Sea Lord Janda, signing off.